Hello everyone, and this is my reaction to Frieren Beyond Journey's End, episode 27. I'm almost at the end! Last time on Frieren versus Frieren became quite the battle with lots of different colors going around everywhere. And some small sphere-looking things that seem to look a bit like planets to me. Frieren and Fern finally managed to win against the clone Frieren, who actually was as powerful as the actual Frieren. I'm glad the anime didn't do something like a fake can't be the real thing. No, that fake was exactly as powerful as the real Frieren and behaved just like her. The way he just stared at Fern and just sent her flying back, that's what Frieren would do. She would get Fern to drop her guard and then surprise her. And then in the process, she dropped her own guard. And the real Frieren took advantage of that. And then Frieren was met with 3 mimics at the end. Now they all passed the second test, which means now only the third test is left. But since there are only 2 more episodes left, I don't think we're going to be getting to the third test before the season is over. Shame. At least I know the season 2 is on its way now. So anyway, let's see what happens now in this episode of Frieren. I hope you enjoyed my reaction to this episode. Please leave a like on the video if you do. Share your thoughts in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel for more from me. Alright then guys, let's get started.
The master's lessons have now become the students' tricks.
That happened last time we went on break.
Telling me.
Oh, he's back. Oh, okay. He came back a second time.
At the very end of the last exam, my staff broke during a battle. Obviously, I told Mistress Frieren that I wanted to get it repaired. She said I would be better off buying a new one, and it's destroyed and I should throw it away.
I didn't notice that.
Sounds like she's saying when they're in pieces, they're hard to save.
Master Heiter gave me that staff.
Uh-huh.
It's been with me ever since I was little.
Go ahead and make fun of me like usual.
Oh yeah, she got
What do you
eliminated.
want me to do?
No.
Okay.
Princess Lavina, dost thou crave head pats?
Oh,
Make it quick.
okay.
You're worse than I thought.
She's very out of it.
If you are shopping, choose something.
She still has.
Want
She's
some?
still,
Not at all.
she's still snacking away.
You were unlucky this time. It could have happened to any one of us and is no reflection of your skill.
A loss is still a loss. I simply wasn't strong enough to beat it. Perhaps it's for the best that I'm the one who failed. It'll be 3 more years until another exam. Truly. For an old man such as you, 3 more years are hardly assured.
Richter, you are undeniably an impudent brat. At one point in my life, I was a brat even more impudent than you.
Oh.
But look at me now. I'm an imperial mage and an accomplished member of society. I'm telling you not to be so discouraged. In 3 years' time, you'll be far stronger than you are today.
Well,
Excuse him. Grandpa can't read a room.
You are calling grandpa. He's not your grandpa.
After all of that, he didn't buy anything.
Ah. I saw the butterfly, like the same one in the ending. Oh, hey, Frieren.
I asked around town for some help and was directed here. Rumor has it you can fix any staff, no matter how broken it may be.
Oh, wow.
You've brought me a big pile of scrap wood. Don't say this is the staff. I fix things, not dispose of trash.
It is not trash.
I have the right to choose which jobs I accept. Give
Yes.
up on this staff.
And?
If you can't do it, then never mind.
Huh?
Frieren,
Why, Frieren?
I never said I couldn't do it, now did I?
Oh? Oh, that's gonna take a while. That's gonna be a pain to fix.
I'm sorry for calling it trash. It's a good staff and well maintained. Someone has clearly taken great care of it.
Mm-hmm. And that someone is not in a good mood right now.
We should head on back.
Because somebody else said something bad about it.
All this time, and Mistress Frieren doesn't understand me a bit.
In her defense, I don't really understand you either.
Poor guy.
What matters is that she's always trying to understand you. I think she's truly doing her best.
And you know that, don't you, friend?
You could have saved my spirits if you bought a new one. Put some more coin in my pocket. Take good care of it.
Well, friend, she helped you after all. You owe someone an apology. I like that bit of animation there. That was some pretty good animation. Wait, so we're actually starting the third test now? Are we starting it now?
Mistress, real quick. I'm sorry.
About what?
Okay.
Nothing. You'll already understand.
The third test will now begin.
Isn't this pretty fast? Actually, don't know if
I wouldn't typically make the journey here. Know why I did?
Zeria.
12 examinees have passed the second trial. That's completely unheard of. It's not right. But among the test takers is a mage far too powerful for our exam.
You must mean Miss Frieren.
Because of her help, many have passed despite lacking the requisite strength. The fault here is all Frieren's.
Why?
An anomaly warrants an anomaly. Therefore, I will proctor the third test.
What? Zelia herself is going to proctor it.
I noticed it at first glance. She seems to be constantly suppressing her mana.
Oh, wow.
Her well of it is tremendous. It is equal even to yours, mistress.
Tell me, Falsh, did you see it?
No, ma'am. I saw nothing of the sort. It would take an extraordinary amount of time to master. Expertise in such a thing is hardly practical.
Frieren has devoted her life to developing that impractical expertise in order to deceive demons.
Yep.
Inefficiency can trick the enemy into dropping their guard. In a battle between experienced mages, a slight miscalculation of your opponent's mana could be a death sentence. Frieren's techniques are relatively unpolished given her great age, yet she has defeated countless demons. If the legends are true, only the Demon King could see through her act at first glance.
Okay.
That is, until you first beheld her, Lernen.
Wow.
Simply a coincidence.
What are they trying to imply?
You have reached a level few can ever hope to attain, only toward the end of your days. I would like to see you fight Frieren, but I doubt you'll ever get the chance, even if it is a battle you could win.
Oh. Wait, actually.
After a lifetime beside me, he still can't see my fluctuations.
What? You're still...
Third and final test. You are all to be interviewed by Zeria the Great Mage.
So it's come to this. I have no doubt Zeria is intending to fail the both of us. Zeria's instincts about these things are always right. The fact of the matter is that I still have not grown into the mage she wished for me to become.
You know... I feel like Khan's going to fail.
Excuse me?
You have failed the test. Be gone.
May I at least ask you why?
It's clear the presence of my mana has all but petrified you. You can't even imagine yourself as a first-class mage, can you? In the world of magic, that which can't be visualized cannot be. It's fundamental. Now go. You fail.
I don't like this one bit.
You fail. You fail.
That's... Hello?
Just like your peers, you can't imagine yourself as a first-class mage either. But your reasoning is different than theirs. Tell me your favorite spell.
It creates a field of flowers.
That's the spell that Flama taught you. And it's utterly foolish. You fail.
Of course.
Figured.
You would let me mock you. Haven't you learned to stand your ground? I find it incredibly hard to believe that a mage like you defeated the Demon King.
I didn't defeat anything alone. Himmel, Eisen, Heiter, and me. If any one of us hadn't been there, we couldn't have won.
So you had strong allies.
Yes.
How lucky.
Of all people, why did you recruit me?
You were the only one that I wanted.
Why's that?
The two of us met long ago, for a brief moment.
I have no recollection of that.
I know you don't. As a kid, I would forage for herbs in the woods. One night I got lost.
Oh. Oh, then she's
Just
sort
when
of
I was
there.
about to give up, a mysterious elf pointed me in the direction of home. She acted more as a trailhead than a friend. Not a word of comfort or encouragement left her lips. You cast a spell, one that created a field of flowers all around us. I thought it was beautiful. That was when I learned just how beautiful magic can be.
It's probably a simple coincidence and as foolish as you say. But in a way, that spell changed my life. Also, Zeria, I have no doubt that you came into this planning to fail Fern as well. But I don't think you will. That girl will surely exceed your expectations.
Okay.
The era of humans has arrived.
The sight of my mana has frozen her in place. She's no different from the rest of them.
No.
Hold on. Tell me, what is it you see?
It's fluctuating.
Ha!
Fern, was it? Become my apprentice.
Oh,
What?
no thanks.
What was that?
Not only would I treat you well,
There's a lot of construction going on outside.
Does my answer affect whether or not I pass?
it very well might.
Hey, that's not fair! I mean, I know, but...
I have a feeling Zeria will make you a proposal. You do not have to accept her demands. Just as Zeria will fail me no matter what I say, she will pass you regardless of your words. Like I said, Zeria's intuition is always right.
I have a teacher. And it's Mistress Frieren.
She warned you this would happen. Whatever the case, I'm not foolish enough to hold back a promising myth. You pass.
There we go. So Frieren didn't pass, but Fern did. Zeria was a bit too tough on them, if you ask me. I know first assassination is supposed to be, but they didn't even give them a shot. Oh no, dialogue this time. Okay, so I guess we are going to do the third test in this exam. I thought it would be too soon and not enough time, but it looks like it's going to be a very, very short third test that Zeria herself is proctoring. I don't know if that's ever happened before. And she's being very, very, very critical with them too, failing them after just one strike. You know, I don't really like people who think like that. Like they stop after, like they call something bad after just one strike. I kind of think you should give them at least some kind of chance instead of just dropping everything and suddenly calling them bad after just one mistake they make. If it was not the first time it happened, then I would understand. But do not like you've never made such mistakes yourself in your life, because if you have, then you should be able to understand them a bit better. Anyway, enough about that. So yeah, before the third test, we had to fix Fern's staff. I noticed that it had gotten broken after fake Frieren pushed her back like that. At first, Frieren said buy her another one because it's more efficient that way. But Fern wanted that one fixed, and they got into an argument. So the first person Fern went to for help was Stark, after they got into the argument with Frieren. I think Fern thought Stark would make her feel better about it, and that talking to him would help her out. I'm glad that Stark was the first person on her mind. I think Fern has missed him a lot in this test because he's not around at all, and then yeah. Also the same way she did this to him when he said that he doesn't understand her half the time, despite the fact that they've now been traveling for a year and a half. But then again, she's going to free him for many more years. But she got the stuff fixed in the end. She went to Richter to get it fixed. And Laughlin is now calling Duncan Grandpa. Where did that come from? I know they've been treating each other like that, but still. But that stuff looked like it was a pain to fix. No wonder she suggested to buy another one. Every single small piece had to go back to where it was. Well, he got it done in the end, and Fern finally apologized. Then Zeria. So the guy who was her student, so does Zeria actually think that he's powerful enough to take on Frieren? Or rather he only became that powerful when he became that old? So he was apparently the first class mage. And maybe he was also a student of hers. And now we also find out that Zeria's mana, the mana that seems to be as big as Frieren's, is actually suppressed mana. That seems to indicate that Zeria has been suppressing her mana even longer than Frieren has. Maybe that's where Flamma got the idea to do that, and that's when she gave it to Frieren. I'm not sure if Flamma actually saw the fluctuations, and maybe that's where she got the idea from. Or maybe Zeria gave her that idea. So nobody seems to have noticed her fluctuations, except Fern! Let me talk about Frieren before that, and all the people who failed. So the ones who failed were Kana, the other guy from Adel's group who I don't remember, Era, Sharf, and then after that I went to Frieren. You fail, you fail, you fail, you fail, Frieren. And so Frieren failed also. Zeria does not like that flower spell. It may not be that impressive a spell, but it means a lot to some people. It meant a lot to Frieren and to Flamma, because that spell changed their lives in more ways than one. It's just like how Himmel changed Frieren's life in a lot of ways. Sometime after Flamma died, her love for magic kind of diminished. But after meeting Himmel, he began to reignite her love for magic by complimenting all the small spells that she did. It reminded her how much she loved it in the first place. And then Fern showed up, and finally someone saw the fluctuations in her mana. And that smile on her face when she saw that. And just before that she said that she should know better than to take on human apprentices. But when Fern saw her fluctuations, she immediately invited Fern to be her student. That sudden change from Zeria, that smile on her face, she was like, finally! But then she said no. But Fern still passed in the end. But yep, so we finally have our new first class mage, Fern. So at least someone now can take them to the northern lands, even if it wasn't. And Fern was initially not going to take the test until Frieren convinced her to. Glad she finally took the test, huh? Because now they do have their first class mage. But not everybody is gone yet. Duncan still needs to go, but I feel like Zeria is going to fail him too, sadly. Duncan did want to go to the northern lands. Maybe he can tag along for a small bit until they get to where he needs to go to, and then drop him off also. I think I would like that because Duncan has grown on me so much in this arc. Oh well, that's the end of this. Next episode is the finale of season 1, and I'm pretty sure it's also going to be the end of the first class mage exam. So let's see how that turns out then. Thank you for watching my reaction to this episode of Frieren, and I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.